VinWonders Quoc was significantly reimagined in 2019, where it saw a large expansion in 4 new roller coasters and became one of the best amusement parks in Southeast Asia, with well-themed areas, 5 coasters that can all rank as top 25 bucket list coasters for Southeast Asia, and some unique included attractions. VinWonders Quoc offers more than enough to fill an entire day. But which rides are my favorite? Find out as I rank the top 25 rides at VinWonders Quoc. Some notes before I get started. I only focused on the dry side for my 2 days at the park, so despite having some good water slides, this ranking is just for the dry side. Additionally, Amazon Volcano, the log flume, was closed for both days that I visited the park. Thor's Adventure is an included ropes course, but I missed this attraction due to being slightly over the 75 kilogram weight limit. Eagle Soar Glider, the single rail suspended coaster from Extreme Engineering, has a weight limit of 50 kilograms, despite the map saying 75 and the large standing map saying 100. So I was unable to experience that coaster. The only other ride with a weight limit I encountered, at least where the ride attendant said anything, was Thatch Sands Adventure Trail, which also has a 75 kilogram weight limit. Number 25, the Dragon's Spell. This is a well-themed dark ride that resides inside the giant castle. Though I'm not a large fan of 3D shooting dark rides, and the spinning seats did cause me to be a bit dizzy by the time I came off this ride, for the genre, it's a solid ride. It's just not my cup of tea. Number 24, Thumbelina Ride. As a basic kiddie spinning ride, I wasn't expecting much, but this one offered nice bouncing at points and even forced this upon riders towards the end of the cycle. Not the most thrilling ride out there, but enjoyable for what it is. Number 23, the Icarus Race. I didn't have enough time to practice on this ride to really get flips going, but given the general lack of crowds at this park, this is a great thrill ride that allows for a mild ride for those seeking that and allows thrill seekers to ride again and again to perfect the art of flipping. Number 22, Midnight Drifters. This exhibit is short and simple, but looking at the jellyfish tanks was truly something special. Number 21, Spartan Race. The backwards drop in the front row was enjoyable, but the backwards turns hurt my head as they just seemed to pile on various forces. Overall, this is a small family boomerang and seems to be a mix of a family coaster and a thrill coaster that does neither well. Number 20, Sharklantis. This is just the tank around the restaurant, but it is still big and enjoyable. If I would have eaten there, this probably would have been a lot higher on this list, as it seems to be a better shark tank than the Shark Restaurant at SeaWorld Orlando. Number 19, Western Steam Train. Walking through the Wild West area, I really wanted to ride a train. So, even though this is a kiddie train, I really enjoyed it and probably ranked it higher than maybe I should. Number 18, Hustling Games Village. Tucked into the front of the park, this arcade is set to free play and included with a mission, so it is certainly worth a stop to try your hand at some of these various games. Number 17, Aladdin's Grand Palace Tour. A motion simulator where you're supposed to be on a flying carpet chasing around Aladdin. Having watched the Aladdin movies and animated TV show growing up, the animation didn't bother me, and it all fit in pretty well. My largest complaint is there were some forces during the dragon fight scene that caused me to get dizzy. Number 16, Achilles Shield. I was really hopeful for this type of ride, especially as I've enjoyed riding the basic disco coaster at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. But it didn't seem to offer much, with less on the spikes and very little over the bunny hills, at least for me. You did come pretty close to the station's roof though, which makes for a nice near miss. Number 15, Vikings River Rapids Ride. A weird river rapids ride that won't get you too wet, but will jerk you around as you bump into the various sides. The theming is consistent, and I guess it is nice to have some theming, but I'm just not a huge fan of the gnome Viking figures. Number 14. The Aquatic Treasure. With a bunch of different smaller aquariums to look at, you can spend a long time getting lost in here looking at all kinds of fish, which makes this a nice highlight for any aquarium. Number 13. Down the Rabbit Hole. This is a very enjoyable Alice in Wonderland walkthrough attraction. I especially like getting lost in the room with a lot of doors. That one got me for a while. With a classic story, the limited amount of English descriptions isn't an issue, and you can really enjoy being lost inside this classic story. Number 12. Jaguar Jungle. This Himalaya mixes in a unique cycle of not going too fast and then going fast enough you mainly only get laterals. So it is enjoyable while conveniently skipping over the part that would offer more disorienting and sickening forces. Number 11. The Frozen Place. Penguins. Enough said. This is one of the better penguin exhibits that I've seen, as the penguins were more lively and easier to interact with and watch than either of the SeaWorld parks that I've been to. If you're a lover of penguins, you can really appreciate this attraction for sure. Number 10. The Obelisk of Osiris. I enjoy kiddie drop towers, and this one offers great views of Fantasyland and long cycles and spinning, though that seemed to help make the drops only okay, as I've gotten better feelings even on more family style drop towers. But this one does a lot of good things for this type of ride. Number 9. Xibalba Drop. Slightly redundant with the Obelisk of Osiris in Fantasyland, but Xibalba Drop offers a mid-sized drop tower in the thrill section. The drops are fairly decent, but not that great given the size and speed that you take them with. But getting repeated drops does help elevate the overall experience, and I'm a rather big fan of kiddie or family style drop towers like this. Overall, it's very enjoyable, and I'd love to see more of these types of rides in other parks. Number 8. Deputy Ranger Patrol. I like this ride way more than I should, but with the horses and tracks, it just makes me think that maybe I'm riding a steeplechase coaster, and this might be the closest I ever get to one of those. Number 7. The Wheel of Time. Being able to see the park, the old Vinpearland area, the beach, and everything else while going up crazy high is truly something special. Number 6. Realm of Giants. There's solid aquarium exhibits, and then there's this. This magical aquarium combines an incredible entrance viewing area with a large walk-through section. I go to parks for their thrill rides, but if you're not into the thrills, this can easily be the best part of your visit to VinWonders. And even if you're looking for thrills, the beauty of seeing an aquarium this big with this many fish swimming inside of it is just astonishing. Number 5. Thatch Sands Adventure Trail. The best ride in Fantasy World does have a weight limit of 75 kilograms, but the suspended nature of it allows you to get some crazy rocking back and forth, especially if you're riding it alone, since one side of the gondola will be unbalanced. I would love to see more of these rides, especially ones with a higher weight limit, where I can really try to max out the rocking back and forth. Oh, and coaster enthusiasts can get longing looks at Eagle's Soar Glider while riding as well. Number 4. Ipanema Skate Ride. As a weird mix between a coaster and a flat ride, I wasn't sure how much I'd like this. But the lack of crowds at this park meant I got rides by myself, where the car was balanced too much, so I did not get much spinning. The spikes aren't great, but solid and enjoyable coaster elements. Some of the spins that I did get were rapid and quick and rather freaky, though the ride I got with the most spinning seemed to settle into a more rhythmic motion that made the spinning predictable and not too bad. Number 3. The Eagle Warrior. What a truly great coaster, with beautiful theming and enough of a punch to be enjoyable without beating you up too much. I loved riding in the front row for the view of the lights, and this indoor Vekoma family suspended coaster delivers in all the right ways, taking a decent clone design and elevating it to a must-enjoy attraction. Number 2. Nemesis Spin. This is a crazy top spin. It will hold you at the top to give you great hang time and then flip you repeatedly on the entire downward swings in what is truly a crazy cycle. The final part where it twists around doesn't actually do too much on ride, as it was mainly just rocking back and forth. But off ride, it looks pretty scary and messed up. And I am jealous of the riders who got great hang time on this last part when the ride broke down during my visit. Number 1. Wrath of Zeus. This gem of a coaster has a great launch and a top-notch top hat, followed by low-to-the-ground turns and super smooth inversions, with some airtime pops throughout the rest of the course. This is a solid thrill coaster without being absolutely massive or insane. It's not the best coaster in the world, but it is very solid for the region of Southeast Asia. Which rides look the most enjoyable to you at VinWonders Quoc? Which ones are your favorite? Let me know. And, as always, Kapkun Krap.
But I'm sad that I did not